Hey, how's it going, boxing fans? You're here, another edition of Boxing Chit. Josh in the mix, actually, but we have Boz as well. What's going on with your Boz?
Not much. I'm kind of, resting today. I'm tired and the weather is not so good. And yeah, not much else to say, really.
Gotcha. Yeah, we have a little rain here on this end as well, but hey, we're gonna try to work through it because, as they say
Mm,
in the world of boxing, rain, sleet, or snow, the matches have to go, or we will
yeah.
still throw punches. But no, good stuff. Brought to you by Choice Habit. Be sure to check out Choice Habit, folks. You see that in the middle of the screen there. Scan that QR code. Hey, your service needs, we got you covered, essentially. So thank you to everyone who will be joining us live, as well as those that will be listening on the replay. Do us a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Be sure to go check out Boz's Boxing as well. It's connected here on the channel. And if you're there from Boz's Boxing, be sure to like, subscribe, and do all of the likes or do all of the same. So thank you for joining us. We're going to talk a little boxing action from this weekend and the past weekend because, hey, there was a lot of heavy stuff, a lot of heavy hitters, and a lot of great contests that went down. And we're going to start things, of course, with a pretty impressive victory yesterday, and that was Ben Whitaker. And if you don't know, he's the British competitor who has a very drunken masterish kind of elusive style in which he does a number of different things in order to try and throw his opponents off. But when he's locked in and focused, hey, he's a damn good boxer, and he pulled off a first round stoppage over Gavian fighter who he was facing there, and it was pretty impressive for those that haven't seen the replay. I know you saw it, Boz, and I would
Yes.
say it's sort of one of the knockouts of the year. You know, when we look at things thus far.
Yeah, definitely. That was a mean knockout. And he got, Whitaker nailed him with a really monster right hand there. And yeah, that was all she wrote, as they say. And before that, yeah, he put him down also. It was obvious Whitaker wanted to end this quickly, because he knew he could, because Galassi was not on his level, obviously. He was just simply overmatched, but he just stepped up still, you gotta give him some credit for that. I mean, he kind of fought a little scared even because he knew he would most likely get knocked out, and Ben Whitaker can punch, and yeah, he's got some serious talents there. And yeah, I mean, he was just very effective in getting Gavazzi out of there. And now he holds, I think he won the WBC silver title with this victory. And he can look forward facing someone like Joshua Buatsi, maybe, or maybe even Callum Smith,
Mm.
who knows, in future. Yeah. And Dan Aziz, I believe, also will be fighting soon. So there's another future,
Oh yeah.
potential opponent, yeah, for Whitaker. Yeah. So he's really got some serious physical talents. This guy, and he's very tall for a light heavyweight as well, but slim, and that's really good. Of course,
Oh yeah.
otherwise he couldn't be a light heavyweight. 6'3", if he was really like,
Mhm.
has some serious feel, as they say, yeah. But yeah, I like the way he has looked in his last two fights, and now I hope to see him against someone a little better, to put it that
Yeah.
way. Hmm.
Yeah, that may be what's in store here for him. So yeah,
Yeah.
Gavazi, I said Gavian early, but Gavazi. So yeah, he was a guy who probably wasn't the toughest of tests for him. I know Whitaker received some form of a belt. I don't know if it was a Commonwealth belt or what, but he had
Hmm.
something. So he said after the fight, he's ready for whatever Eddie deems to be next. I think that certainly with some of his qualities, for better or worse, he has a bit of that potential that is star making in a sense in the way he fights and things of that nature. And as noted, when he's focused, hey, he's shown that hey, he's capable of doing what he needs to do. So we'll
Mhm.
see how things continue to transpire for him. So Ben Whitaker, 175, and he
Yeah.
could be the future of 175. We know that Better
Yeah.
Bivol are there, but who knows what the future holds here in the next 2 to 3 years and how he continues
Mhm.
to develop. Maybe he'll end up being the guy.
Yeah, like earlier, he showed some serious ego issues. He was always showboating and doing that stuff. And that's why he wasn't really liked by the audiences. But the Liam Cameron fight, I think, the first one kind of humbled him. When that incident or accident happened, and yeah, he knew he had to take this, like, he take his start taking his opponent seriously, and yeah, I think that has now helped him transform into a more complete fighter
Oh
so
yeah.
far. Yeah.
No, that's a good thing. He's gonna need that up top, of course, because at the end of the
Hmm.
day, as that competition gets better, then less of the antics matter. And those that are focused, hey, they're gonna walk right through that stuff. So
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll continue to watch Ben Whitaker as he develops further and see what he can do here. See how he looks on that world stage, that world
yeah.
stage against that world level competition. So
Mm.
we'll see. We will see. And he's with Matchroom Boxing now. I guess he was with a different, I don't know if he was with Frank Warren or Boxer previously, but it seems that this was his first,
Oh,
the way it was indicated, is almost like it was his first fight under Matchroom. So
yeah, I
look back.
think, yeah. I don't know, maybe, yeah. I saw Eddie Hearn there last time, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I
He was
don't
in the
think
ring
he,
with him.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
yeah, but I just like the way Ben Whitaker throws his punches, and I think it'll be hard to avoid. I mean, for even maybe for Bivol, who knows, because of his reach and his height and all that, and
yeah.
he's got the power. That's really good combination. Something like Tommy Hearns, who was very
Oh, yeah.
kind of tall and lanky for his divisions, but could really punch as well. So the right
Yeah.
hand once again,
Yeah.
thunder. Yeah,
And Whitaker throws that bolo punch.
yeah,
It's pretty crazy. So yeah, we'll see how he does. Looking forward to it.
yeah,
Next, so we found out here through you that Big Phrase Clark actually
yeah.
lost a split decision to TKV in another fight that took place over there in the British world. So they met in a 12 rounder, and I have not seen this contest. But leading into it, I did think that it would be a fight that Fraser Clark would win. I've seen TKV as well, or TVK, whatever. I think I forget exactly what it is. I think it's
Yeah.
TKV. But I've seen him as well, and I just did not think that he had enough to beat Clark. But I was also looking at the Clark that faced Wardley in the first
Mm,
fight, because we know what happened in the second fight,
yeah.
and he ended up losing this. And it's very interesting because Clark is one of those individuals where, from a time perspective, it seems that hey, he wants to get out there and make things happen early before he starts
Mm.
to hit that decline. But looks like he couldn't pull it off. But I'll hold my judgment on the full totality until I actually see the contest. But what do you think there, Boz?
Yeah, I think Fraser Clark was probably ruined by Wardley, and I think he kind of started out late as a pro, didn't he? I think he's
Yeah.
already like in his late 30s or something.
Hmm.
So yeah, and he's a very large man. So sometimes when you are of that size, also and that age, it's hard, to keep up your level, especially if you get destroyed like he did against Worley. And yeah, it's just I also thought he would win, but I guess he is pretty much finished, as a serious contender, you know.
Yeah, so he's 34. So
Oh, 34.
so
Well,
he,
that's
so not too
not
old.
too old, but yeah,
Yeah.
not young for a fighter. Definitely a pro. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
hello, Clubber.
Salute to Clubber D in the mix there. It says the second fight took years off of Clark's career. Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed. Yeah. Check out Clubber D, folks. Go be sure to subscribe to him right now. Clubber D, the Combat G, representing Ball and Budge podcast. Thanks for dropping that
Mm,
comment in there. But yeah, that might have done it there because that was a brutal knockout at the hands of Fabio Wardley. And we've
yeah.
seen where Fabio Wardley is now. So I guess you could say it was kind of meant to be because he had something about him that got him to this level. And yeah, that second one, man, he left a dent, folks, a
Yeah.
dent in Clark's head. So it's pretty crazy and amazing that Clark even came back from that.
I was saying, I don't think even Mike Tyson ever did that. That he ever left a dent in his opponent's head. I mean, holy cow, that was scary, really, to see. And everybody was very concerned. So, but he did pull back. I mean, he did recover, but it's obviously left some damage. Like when it comes to his reflexes and all that. As I said, him being a very heavy, very large man, he never had two great reflexes, maybe, but still, it can really slow you down, definitely.
Mhm. Yeah. Clever D says it looked like when Bane punched Batman.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
right.
It was
Well,
something on that level.
Clark is the one that looks more like Bane here, when a huge guy.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt about it. So, I mean, yeah, that's a setback for Clark for sure. And for all intents and purposes, that may be an end to any form of title hopes he may have had because there are just too many heavyweights out there right now in the mix who are
Mm,
either in line, close to being in line for a title shot, and he's just kind of outside of that mix right now, and whether he can get back in there, hey, who knows? But certainly, the competition is going to be tough for him.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, he can fight someone like David Adelaide, maybe, and
Hmm.
guys that are more like British European level. But as for
Yeah.
him ever being a serious, or Johnny Fisher,
Oh
when
yeah.
Dave Allen, yeah. So, but that's like people that are not getting that far.
Yeah.
That he can do. He should do that for the rest of his career. No, I don't know how long that will last, but yeah,
No, I'm with you
like
there. I
three
am.
years maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be interesting. So we'll check back in, see how he does.
Mm. Yeah.
But yeah, the hey, power to him. Hopefully he made it
Yeah.
out safely. So
Mm.
we'll leave it at that. I guess you can say there were some other fights that took place. Masty got a win. Hennessy got a win. You had Wong with a majority draw against Gavin Gwynn. McCann,
Oh yeah.
women's boxer, she got a win. And
And
then
I watched.
Zalfa Barrett
Uh,
got a win as well.
yeah. Oh yeah. That he fought too. I watched Sam Bowen versus this guy Cowling. I think his name's
Okay.
Sam Bowen. He lost by decision, even though he dropped that guy, but once. But yeah, the guy
Mm.
was shorter and kind of managed to land a lot of punches on the inside, trading, with Bowen.
Mm.
Bowen was the favorite, I think, because he's a little more famous, more familiar. The ginger
Okay.
guy, the tall, slim, thin
Okay.
guy. Yeah. Mhm.
Good to go. Good to go. Hey, and there was a fight card in the Netherlands where I see Huey Fury actually pulled off a
Oh,
first round stoppage. Oh, Huey.
he always fights somewhere else. I don't know why, but he has fought outside of UK several times already.
Yeah, yeah. Hadn't seen him or heard from him in a while, but hey, he's back in that, or he's in that win column. So we'll
Yeah,
see how
the
he
giant.
continues to do.
Yeah. Isn't it strange that like he is 6'6", but he's still not the tallest man in his family? That's crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Talk about some strong genes right there.
Yeah.
He's not the tallest. What the heck?
Yeah. Because his cousin is 6'9". My God.
Insane. I
Yeah.
also want to note, though I didn't catch it, it apparently was on ESPN Plus. It says at least, but it went down in Temecula, Temecula actually, and that is Pacquiao debut, and
Oh.
he went up against someone by the last name of Lally, maybe an opponent to try to get him a filler, and he ended up drawing. It was a majority draw, so it'll be
Mhm.
interesting to look back on that to see what happens now. That doesn't mean it's the end for him or anything. As we know, his father, one of the all-time greats, he actually started out his career with a couple of losses, and look at the run that he went
Yeah.
on. Went on to be something pretty special just from an overall perspective. But Manny
Yeah.
Jr. made his debut, majority draw to start things. So I
Mhm.
wanted to throw that out there.
Hey, Bruce. Hello.
Cheers, Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Thank you for dropping by there, buddy. Hey, be sure to go check out Bruce Gas, folks. Be sure to like and subscribe. He talks boxing history over there as well. Does quizzes, things of that nature. Some good content, and jazz music is
Mhm.
always great to hear in the mix there. So check him out, folks. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Shout out to Skywalker Boxing. Says salute, brothers. Appreciate you
Hey.
there, Skywalker Boxing Media. Be sure to check him out as well, folks, at Skywalker Boxing Media. Be sure to go check out his channel right now. Subscribe, like all of the nine, and you'll see us connect on different things as well there. So appreciate you there, Skywalker. So again, folks, we're here, Boxing Chit, Josh, Boz. We're talking boxing action from the past weekend or two, and we're gonna keep this thing rolling. So I wanted to mention there was a pro box card there, Boz, and it was a decent. There are some names like Badilo Mares. He took on Elwin Soto, who was former world champion, got a unanimous decision over him.
Familiar.
Yakubov, who's this fighter from Tajikistan,
Oh,
or I forget for exactly where.
Tajikistan. Yeah, Tajikistan.
Tajikistan, okay,
Mhm.
Tajikistan, yeah, and he ended up getting a split draw in his contest, though it looked like it was. So I think that might have been fair. I was kind of watching it, and I was on my computer as well. But also Paul Doe, who is someone with some potential there, he was able to pick up a win over a Colombian fighter with the last name of Theron. Theron had hurt Paul Doe in the early stages of the contest, but Paul bounced back and made Theron retire on his stool. So I just wanted to throw those fights out there. It was an okay card. And they're always usually 50-50 fights that take place there.
Mhm.
And a shout out to Pro Box in that regard, because they do put on some pretty even matchups. So I like what they do from a matchmaking standpoint as far as trying to keep things 50-50 there for
Yeah.
sure. Skywalker Boxing Media says I was doing edits for Pro Box and Manny Pacquiao promotions last night. Cool, cool. Just Do says Peacemaker. Hey, cheers, Just Do. Be sure to check out Just Do Boxing, folks. He's got content over there on the channel, and it's going down all the time there. Appreciate you dropping by, Just Do. Salute to you. Hey, keep doing your thing there, fam. Uh, shout out to Shout out to Josh Taylor in the mix there. Says salute, my friends. Appreciate you there. Josh
Good,
Taylor,
Josh.
relative of Charles Bud Taylor there, Boz, and great from back in the day there. So
Oh,
salute to him.
was that? Oh no, I think I was thinking of.
Heavyweight world champion,
Oh,
Charles
right.
Bud Taylor. So he's a hell of a fighter there. Gonna
Mm.
do something on him here at some point very soon. So shout out to you, Josh Taylor. Did Skywalker says Sports Tunes and Dunn were out in the field last night. Okay, good stuff there. To Sports and Tunes and Dom Talks Boxing. Be sure to check out Dom Talks Boxing, folks. She'll be in the mix here for sure. at some point here, maybe later today. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah,
Mm.
that was that action. And we're going to go back a little further. Oh, wow. We'll note this because I'm just going down the line here on some of the fights that took place. But Kavialaskas, he picked up a win in a split decision over 12 rounds in Lithuania. Aegis
Oh yeah, yeah,
Kavialaskas, right? His name's Aegis, I think, or something like that,
yeah.
right?
Egidius.
Aegis. So yeah, he picked up a victory. So he's still out there in the mix in terms of whether his best days are behind him. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, once he or depending on who he's in there with next, maybe in a high profile contest. But hey, he was a guy who was in there with Terrence Crawford. He's been in there with Mike Fox, who's out of this area. Shout out Mike Fox. Kavialaskas back in the win column. And then I'll note that Takuma Inoue, brother of course, the pound for pound top flight
Mm.
fighter Naoya Inoue, he was able to pick up a unanimous decision victory over the guy Tenshin. Tenshin is a Japanese guy who used to be a kickboxer. He was in an exhibition with Floyd Mayweather a number of years back, and it was a very little funny looking contest, essentially, where he went down a few times and it was all dramatic or whatever. But so he's actually boxing now full time, and he just lost to Takuma Inoue. Hey, and Takuma Inoue, hey, he's not bad. I've seen him. He was able to stop Jaron Ancajas essentially,
Oh yeah.
and
Mm.
hey, we'll see what happens. He might be going up against Chispa, the Mexican champion, and or at least that there's potential of that he could end up going there get
Ah,
Chispa. So this is at 118, I believe, as well. So we'll see.
bantamweight, right? Yeah, that's bantamweight.
Yes, Junta Nakatani has vacated his belts at bantamweight, thereby, so
Oh,
he would be the top dog. But seemingly, he's making that jump to 122, and of course, you
yeah.
know who's there, his country mate. So of course, Naoya Inoue. Now, I guess
Yep.
we can say that it is one of the best fights that the sport can provide right now, and
Yeah, for sure.
I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, that happens.
Yeah. I always thought that Nakatani looked a little big for bantamweight. So yeah, this is the right move, I'm sure. And we get to see that huge all Japanese fight, of course,
Yeah.
soon, hopefully.
Wouldn't it be great if it was somewhere like in Norway or in Washington D.C.? Wink, wink,
Yeah, I don't think it can be in Norway, but maybe in Denmark they have a big boxing scene. Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
but I'm looking forward to that one. I think it'll be a beast of a fight. But of course, Inoue has to get past Picasso, the Mexican fighter. Well, I do like Picasso. He's pretty solid, but it's going to be a tough challenge for him. But hey, I think he's going to come with it. So we'll see how it goes. So this
yeah.
is well wishing, folks, because Inoue does have a fight in front of him. So hopefully things
Mm,
happen and we get that mega fight in terms of the two best, probably the two best out of Japan right now, actually. So
mm,
and they just happen to be the two of the best in the world. So
yeah.
salute to slide counter. Appreciate you dropping by. But he says salute 86 in panel chat. Hey guys, what do you think about possible talks of Whitaker versus Buatsi? Oh yeah, hey, good question there. We kind of alluded
I
to it briefly.
yeah.
It'll be an interesting one. What are your thoughts there, boys?
I think that Whitaker pretty much would destroy Boise pretty much. Really, that's how talented he looks right now. That's how really dangerous he looks. So yeah, Boise is no slouch, but he doesn't he's shown an inability to finish off his opponents when he had them down and hurt and all that. That's a very bad thing to against a guy like Whitaker. So it's not good. It doesn't bode well. So even if he does get him hurt or even down, Whitaker can still come back and just knock him out.
So
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I just think Whitaker's physical talents are superior to Boatsi's.
Oh
Mm.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you there. I think I'd lean in that same direction there with your Boz. I do think that hey, Buatsi, he has that amateur background and pedigree tied to him,
Mm.
and he's shown that he has some heart to mix it up in there. But I feel like he may have plateaued to this point because I haven't really seen a lot of separation once he reached a certain level. And I think it was evident in that Caleb Smith fight, for which he
Yeah,
actually, you could say he fought his heart out. Maybe he gave us all that he had. And that
it's
is better than a lot of people right there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That is better than a lot. Just,
it's because he's managed by Eddie Hearn. Listen, I got gotta be brutal. Eddie Hearn has kind of ruined several fighters like sorry, not Deontay, Dillian White, and he hasn't given them the fights he should have in good time. In time, and that made them just rest on their laurels too much. And yeah, even that, I don't think Watsi is that talented. He's good, but he's not exceptional anyway. So
mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So with that sliding counter, I think we're both leaning on that Whitaker side. I
mm,
also think that there are more tools in the shed for Whitaker, and I think he'd be able to pull it off over Buatsi, who will no doubt be game. And we'll
mm,
see if that's something that happens in the future. Because at one point we were looking at Buatsi as the guy that had that potential to kind of move up there and become one of those become a legitimate challenger for the light heavyweight champions.
mm.
Now it seems that Whitaker is on that trajectory. So we'll see.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think his best win was against Willie Hutchinson, and yeah, that didn't come easy for him either. But he scored a couple of knockdowns there, and that's what's also Willie is still there. I mean, as a possible another potential opponent for Ben Whitaker. Also, he's come back with a victory recently, and
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
he's a
yeah.
skilled fighter, definitely. Willie. Mm.
No good stuff. Just Frank,
Oh, hey,
thanks for
just
dropping by.
Frank,
There's
what's
86
up?
Boxing. Good morning, peace and love, fellas. Hey, appreciate you there, Just Frank. Thanks for dropping by. Be sure to check out Just Frank's, folks. Be sure to go, hey, spread the love here. Go check out the
Great
channel,
guy.
support some love, like,
Yeah,
subscribe, all of that stuff. Do it while you're here as well. If you haven't liked yet, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, feel free. Check out Boz's channel as well. It's connected. Boz's Boxing. It's easy to find there. BOZ. There can only be one. So do the thing there, folks. Appreciate you all, though, here in the mix for sure. So we'll move ahead and mention some of the stuff that happened a little bit further back. And that was like a week or so. The weekend prior, it was a big card, a major card there, headlined by none other than the Mexican monster himself, David Benavidez, taking on
mm,
Anthony Yard. Well, I've heard Yardy as well, but basically it was a light heavyweight contest, and it was meant to be a pretty solid test for David Benavidez. And
mm.
Yard had some moments, I would say some moments, but
Yeah,
not nearly enough. And Benavidez was a man possessed, I guess you can say, in that contest thereby, because he showed
yeah,
that, hey, for all of you talking that I can't stop anyone here, this is for you to shut your mouth there. So, what did
yeah,
you think of that destruction? I guess you could say there, Boss.
yeah. I mean, Benavides fought like possessed, as you said. You could see he wanted to get a stoppage and as early as possible, and he got it, of course. In the seventh round, Yard kept, fighting on, but he just couldn't do enough, couldn't really hurt Benavides, and Yard is past his best, also, you might say, past his prime, but even in his prime, I don't know how well he would have done against Benavides because he just throws so much. He comes at you, right at you, and just throws and throws and lands too. And yeah, he just got him out of there. He kind of bullied him and just bomb rushed him, as you might say, even. And
Mhm.
well, he didn't really rush him, but still he simply overpowered him. overpowered him. That was a great performance, of course, and yeah,
Yeah,
sterling
yeah.
performance.
No,
Yeah,
I'm in agreement there. It was like, yeah, man, you got to give it to Benavidez. He wants it, and when he wants it, he goes and
yeah,
get it. Seventh round TKO, of course. WBC, WBA World Light Heavyweight Champion. Yard, hey, he took some punishment. I will say that he did take some
yeah,
punishment there for a good little period, and yeah, it was
yeah.
just too much for him. So when it comes to Yard, I mean, he looks the part for sure, but he's up there with the elites, but just can't quite beat the best of the best, you know. And
Yeah.
yeah, maybe he's still in the mix there. I think he's 34, 35, somewhere in that range right now. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, what he continues to do there as far as if he's remains there at light heavyweight, if he moves up to cruiserweight or anything of that nature. It'll just be interesting. So better be bold are still the top dogs there at light heavyweight. So
But
yeah, it doesn't get
someone,
any better for him.
I heard talk that Benavides wants to move up to cruiserweight. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but
Yeah,
that's
actually, yeah. After the contest, he noted that he will be fighting Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez
oh
here next year. I'm guessing early next year. So it seems that
wow,
it was spoken as though it's a done deal. So he is moving to cruiserweight. And you know, I was having a discussion with I believe we were having this discussion. Skywalker, Papi Chuyeyo, shout out to them when we were doing the podcast as well. And it seems that this is maybe the best move for him, I guess,
mm,
because he's pretty much there's not anyone else besides Bivol and Better Biev who
yes,
feel will challenge him right now at light heavyweight. And I know that Better Biev was rumored to be looking for a contest before the third fight with Bivol and
oh
not against a guy like Benavidez, but more so just a sort of tune-up, I guess you can say, or someone
mm,
tough, but you know, just to get him in the mix. And Bivol, I haven't really heard much in terms of when he expects to return, but eventually, I suppose they're going to do that third fight. So Benavidez would kind of be waiting in limbo because Yard was the fourth rated light heavyweight according to Ring rankings. Now, number 3 was Caleb Smith. I don't think Caleb Smith would last there with David Benavidez. So that really leaves not too many because
yeah,
the further you go back, then you're getting into some other individuals like Buatsi, others, you know, that certainly Benavidez
mm,
put a
yeah.
shellacking on.
From the better be a fight, we've seen that Callum Smith cannot really cope with that. Really, those pressure fighters, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
Benavides is definitely a pressure fighter, like better be, and yeah, he just doesn't take it well, you know, all that pressure and
Yeah, that'd be a
hard play.
challenge. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think Benavidez, yeah, would potentially do him. Well, I think he'd do better. I think Caleb would do better than Yard, but yeah, it wouldn't
yeah,
bode well. His face would probably end up looking
for
like
sure.
Yard. But
Callum Smith has proven he's definitely the best British light heavyweight right
oh
now.
yes,
Mm,
yeah, no doubt about it. So yeah, and maybe that's a big fight for Whitaker before he jumps to that
yeah,
world stage. You know, so we'll see. Uh, he could be ready right
yeah,
now. We'll see. Um,
yeah,
Skywalker mentions that Whitaker would have a hard time with elite level light heavyweights like Benavidez, Bivol, and Better BF. Oh yeah, man, a lot of pressure
yeah.
right there.
I
Yes, sir.
mean, it's not gonna be, wouldn't be easy for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think you're right there, Skywalker. There'll be a lot of pressure.
Mm,
Skywalker says Anthony Sims Jr. wants to fight him. Shout out to Anthony Sims Jr. So Ben Whitaker, Anthony Sims Jr. holding it down. Used to be at or out of Crunk Gym, and yeah, he's a skilled light heavyweight. That would be an interesting one. Hey, why not?
mm,
Why not? I want to see it. I want to see it. Hopefully they can make that happen. I think that would be a good test right there for sure.
yeah,
Uh,
and but, oh,
Wise link in the picture.
thanks.
Hey, that's what's up there. Just Frank. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just Frank's 86 boxing. I will post your channel on my homepage too. Should have done that way back. My bad. Hey, I appreciate you there, buddy. Hey, no, I appreciate you for sure there. Hey, much love there to you. Just Frank holding it down per usual. Flubber D says perfect fight to prove he belongs in the division. Yard couldn't back him up. Nope, nope, he could not. He could not. Benavidez was a man possessed, no doubt. Thinking Skywalker and Bruce needs to love on my homepage too. Yeah, why not there, Just Frank? Spread the love there, buddy. Salute to Rodolfo Rivera Jr. dropped in the mix there. Appreciate you, Rodolfo. Thanks for dropping by. Hey, always good to have you in here. As you know, we're talking boxing, folks. We appreciate all of you that are in the mix here. So thank you. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't, though I feel that you all have. So salute to you. Skywalker says Vince almost took his opponent out in the first round, but got outboxed the remaining of the fight. His opponent was a little dirty with the holding every time Vince closed the distance. Oh yeah, shout out to Vince Paras, the flyweight out of the Philippines, who's been making a lot of noise right there. So I did catch the pieces of that, Skywalker, and yeah, that was the guy that he was fighting. He was South African. He was long. I could tell that he was definitely long and lanky, and he was working that jab. One of the issues I saw with Vince is that, yeah, he was coming in and he wasn't leading with his jab. He was just kind of winging those hooks. And I feel the South African fighter had that timing down, and Vince never really switched it up, though he did find a little bit of success to the body there for the portions that I could see when I actually tuned in. But one of the issues was the fact that he was just kind of coming in, trying to land those hooks he's a little too calculated or repetitive, I would say, with the way that he was going about it. And I think that certainly helped the South African fighter who was working his jab. And sometimes, hey, you just got to go to that base, and that base was working for him right there. That's the fundamental setup punch. Vince didn't do enough of that from what I saw. So I know this was a good chance for him right here, a major one for him, because he was fighting for the IBO world title there at flyweight. So this sets him back slightly, but hey, he has the mentality and will put it in the work, and he can bounce back and do some things there for sure. So it's not the end of the road. Just some things needs to be they need to be adjusted. And the fight plan, which his corner could have kind of given him a little better instructions as far as going about trying to close in that distance on that taller, rangier fighter there. So that did not work out in his favor, though. But hey, we're rocking with you there, Vince. It's not the end of the road. The best of the best have taken some L's, and you know what? They bounced back to make history, folks. So we appreciate you. Rodolfo says, yeah, I was watching the fight live. You sent me the TV turned off. Oh, yeah, definitely. That was the case there with me.
Thanks, brother. Thanks, bro.
Oh, yeah. Vince is missing a jab in his arsenal, no doubt. Skywalker, he got nice, powerful overhands and hooks. Yes, just that jab not setting up. He can feint. He was feinting, but you can't just lead with that right hook, left hook combination each time. So I think that was kind of his downfall right there, but he will bounce back as noted. As far as that other card there, well, I wanted to ask Boz real quick, what do you think of Benavidez Zerto at cruiserweight?
Oh yeah, wow, that's gonna be a hard fight for Benavides, I think, because of Zurdo is a big boy, and he can box really well, So Benavides hasn't really maybe faced that many pure boxers. Let's say technically very gifted fighters like so, but maybe you can call Caleb Plant that, but. Still, Zurdo is a bigger guy, definitely, than Caleb Plant. So, I don't know, really. It's going to be an interesting fight for sure. I mean, of course, Benavidez will try to, establish himself and establish his dominance and be aggressive and all that. But once Zurdo gets going, he's hard to stop, for sure. he really knows how to put his punches together, and very good at accuracy, and so it's gonna be a close one, definitely. I don't know who will win, but of course it's hard to predict, but
Should
it's
be
gonna
interesting.
be. Hmm,
Yeah, it should be interesting. I do like man, I'm on the Benavidez train there. I think that he can go up and be a challenge for Zerto. Zerto, yes, big guy. Benavidez, he's a pretty big guy too in terms of
yeah.
he used to be a overweight guy. I think that he has the
Oh yeah.
frame. He's gonna carry the weight well. And both of them, there's some similarities from a size perspective between the two.
Hmm,
So I think that aspect would be good. It should be a good fight. Both of them throw a lot of punches,
yeah.
relatively speaking. So my thoughts is that it should be a pretty good or exciting fight. So we'll
Hmm,
see. So that's a major move though for sure as far as Benavidez. And hey, dare to be great, as they say. Dare to be great. So we'll see.
yeah.
You know.
It can prove to be just temporarily, the move. Who knows? I mean, I know that, for instance, the '90s light heavyweight champion Dariush Michalczewski, he had a
Oh yeah.
fight right after he won the WBO light heavyweight title. He fought for the cruiserweight version, and he won that too, but he vacated it right after that, so because he decided to continue as a light heavyweight. So that can happen too.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah,
Well.
Benavides is kind of big for light heavyweight, you might say, yeah. So anyway, I don't think he would stay too long there. I think, yeah.
Yeah. Slide counter asks, do you think David Benavidez can stay busy at 175 against Michael Eifert until Bivol and Better BF have the third fight? Certainly he could, but it seems like that's not his motive at the moment. Hey, he's trying to ride
Right.
this momentum that he's on right now. Hey, pretty much in his prime, he's ready to go, and he seems to not want to wait it out any further. He couldn't get Canelo at 168, so he moved up to 175, and he can't immediately get Better Biev or Bivol. So it looks like, hey, he's moving on to where he can get another title because he has been a champion at each weight class. So
Mm,
he is geared towards and focused on, stacking those titles for sure and improving himself against the best. I think it's just the timing thing with Better Biev and Bivol, certainly at this
yes.
particular stage, because if you're talking 2 fights a year, that's kind of where they are. Maybe even 1 fight a year in some, or there have been situations where there's 1 fight a year for the two
I
of
don't,
them. They don't have a
I
ton
don't,
of fights just from if you look at it from
mm,
it's like a older standpoint, or like dating back even even to the early 2000s, 90s, and further back. They really don't have a ton of fights like that. Somewhere around 20 or something like that. And Benavidez is
yeah.
already beyond that. So yeah, I guess he just doesn't want to wait.
Yeah, I don't think he really wants to fight uh, these guys. Just, these stay busy fights. I don't
Hmm.
think that's his motive. He wants to fight as many big fights as possible, and you gotta really applaud him for that. I mean,
Yep.
there are so many, even champions who fight like nobodies. Really like, and then they fight. Let's say if they have like five defenses altogether, they will fight at least two guys that are not that good. Not that great. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah. So yeah, hey, I respect it in terms of, hey, he's just looking to get back in the mix there with
mm,
someone that will certainly challenge him, and I think that will bring
yeah,
out the best in him right there. As far as he sees to be geared towards it, you come at him, he's ready to bomb back. So I think it'll
yeah,
make for exciting fights for us. So him and Zerto, I'm all for it. And hey, he could do some things there at 168 or at 200 pounds or the cruiserweight limit. Remember, also you have like Badu Jack is there. He's going to be
yeah,
rematching. Is it McKalian?
yeah. I think
Yeah.
he won the WBC title from him. And last time. Yeah, he
Yeah, they're
won
gonna
like
rematch. Apparently, it's coming up at some point. As
yeah,
a matter of fact,
probably.
I think in December it's coming up. So
They
yeah,
are both they are both kind of aging fighters, though, but still, can fight well enough. I mean, Badu Jack is really another technician, really
yeah,
good technical fighter.
but yeah, he's kind of middleweight, super middleweightish in terms of
Super middleweight. Yeah,
his where he was at previously. So
yeah,
Benavidez,
yeah.
I think, yeah, could definitely make some noise up there at cruiser.
Yeah, not a big cruiserweight, yeah, but
But he's good. I
he,
like Badu, the Swede.
yeah, I think he moved up to cruiserweight because he didn't. He was getting robbed at light heavyweight too much
Yes, yes,
against
he has some close
Pascal.
fights.
That was a bad robbery. Oh my God, terrible decision. And I think maybe even Marcus Brown. I think maybe I don't. Yeah, and
Yeah,
Stevenson as well. Yeah,
yeah, some tough calls there from old Badu.
Mm, yeah. It's weird. What's this? You're frozen. What's going on? I can't hear you.
Bubber D says Jay Patel is getting treated. Looks like
Oh, your connection is a little slow. You're breaking up. And what's wrong with the chat? Has the chat died or maybe? Mm, Hello? Something's wrong here. You tell me you in the chat if you are experiencing the same thing as I. I don't. Yeah, it's frozen, right? Yeah, frozen zone. Well, he'll come back. Yeah, there you go. I'm sure. StreamYard can be tricky, dodgy, whatever you want to call it, fishy. Right. I'm gonna wait for him to come back, of course. He's the host. But yes, cruiserweights. I don't know what's wrong with. Let's see. I don't know, Michael Eifert. I heard of that guy, but somebody said something about Opetaya being treated not good. Where is it? I can't find it now. Yeah, it's weird. He was also stripped by IBF for really a bad reason. I don't like IBF. They just strip their fighters champions too easily. And then they give some nobody a title. It's like they have too high standards for their champions. I don't know. He's not back yet. Wow, this doesn't look good. Oh my god. Joshua, come back. Come back. Come. Well, if he doesn't return in 5 minutes, we can end this. I mean, yeah, IBF is funny. Hey, Paul, what's up? Hey, random acoustic thoughts. Hey, buddy. Josh is gone for a moment, missing in action, but he'll return, I hope, soon. Yeah.
hey,
Oh.
back in the mix. Hey, yeah, crazy. So went out here. There is some rainy weather, but yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. But thank you for sticking with us, folks that have stuck with us. Hey, there you go, Boz. I think it was.
Hey,
I,
sorry.
No, I think on my end things went out. Then it came back on, so we're good. You hear
Yeah,
me?
you were breaking up, and then it just got frozen. You got lost,
Yeah, it
lost
went
in
out.
the matrix. Yeah.
Craziness, but we're in there. We're in there. Good stuff, dog. Thanks, everybody. So we're back in there. Frozen Zone
Yeah.
says Clever D. Yeah, indeed, Frozen Zone for sure. Um, IBF moves funny. Yes, they do. They're Clever D.
Frozen
Shout out
ground.
to Random Acoustic Thoughts in the mix there. Appreciate you, Random. Thanks for dropping by, buddy. Be sure
Hey,
to go check out Random Acoustic Thoughts for your boxing history needs, all of that good stuff. We're going to do something else coming up there, Random. I got to get with you there, buddy. We got to talk some more about what's going down in the world of
RAP.
history dating back. So, yeah, appreciate you there, Random Acoustic Thoughts. Be sure to like and subscribe to him there, folks. Cheers, Paul Bright in the mix there. Salute there to you, Paul. Semper Fi, what's going on there, Paul? Hey, good to have you in the mix there, buddy. Great, great being able to have you come in here, catch up with us. So, we thank you for sure. Yeah, back in the mix there, Random. Back in the mix for sure. So yeah, I guess some technical difficulties there. So we were going over some of the fights that took place. We've covered a number of them that were actually went down here over the
Once
last
again,
week or so.
press the wrong thing.
Oh yeah, that's happened to me at times as well. There,
Yeah.
y'all good there, boss?
Oh my god, your sound is kind of cracking, but yeah, it's a little
Okay.
cracky, choppy.
Oh yeah, I hear you now. Yeah, yours was a little bit, but I think you're good. I think you're good.
Mm.
Hopefully, I'm good now.
Yeah, yours too, but yeah, now it's good.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we're talking boxing, folks. So I wanted to mention real quick, Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr., welterweight
Mm.
supremacy there. It ended up being a unanimous decision in favor of Devin Haney, who actually legitimately hurt and dropped Brian Norman in the second round, I believe it was.
Amazing.
He was going
Amazing.
for it too, So what do you think of that contest there?
Yeah, yeah, that was a good knockdown there in the second round. Yeah, but Haney is not really a good finisher. I guess he was trying to finish him off, but Norman went in his shell and he survived and he came back. To his credit, Norman landed through many punches, landed quite many, but Haney was just too defensively sound for him. He wasn't really able to land to like get him in trouble. And Norman, you know, not that many punches landed at once. That's the problem. He wasn't able to land a combination, a really good combination. So he wasn't able to hurt Haney, and Haney was just in the end too clever for him. And now break. Oh, sorry, I thought it was over. Oh.
Oh no, you're good. It just went black there for a bit. So yeah, it seemed to be a
Weird things happening.
technicalities
My
on both ends.
this is the crazy stream.
But
So
no,
yeah, anyway, I thought the fight was closer than the judges had it, but Haney did win, of course, and yeah, I think it was probably like I don't know 7 rounds to 5 or I don't know something like that.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, I didn't have it so wide, as the judges. Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, I think that's fair. Haney
mhm.
did slow down a bit in terms of his
Yeah.
offensive output there at the back end,
He didn't
and
do
I
didn't
felt he
do
had
much.
it in the bag. And by the time the end came, I did feel that Norman needed something big, a knockdown, maybe a knockdown or two, to even things up a bit. So hey, I got to give props to Haney. This was his
Yeah,
second fight technically at 147, though I
this
never
was
felt
yeah.
Carlos Ramirez was going to be like a legitimate 147
Mm,
pounder. So
right.
it was a good showing for Haney. He came in and immediately took on the best
It,
147 pounder there. So
yeah.
got to give him props for doing his thing right there. And he was able to outbox him. He was elusive. His reflexes were on point.
Mm,
And Norman found himself missing those left hooks that he was throwing routinely. So Haney,
Mm.
no doubt, is man. He's got the tool set, and he hasn't been shy of just moving up and taking on the best of the best. You got to look at his resume; is one of the best in boxing now, especially around the
Yeah.
welterweight, lightweight area. So he might
Mm.
have the best of those just generally around that weight right now, as far as resume.
Yes, definitely. He didn't fight Teofimo Lopez, but maybe that
Oh
will
yeah,
happen.
yeah, that would have been a
Yeah.
good one to see.
Yeah, you remember when we interviewed Teofimo like 5 years ago? He was like,
Oh yeah,
it seemed like he really wanted to fight Haney and prove himself as
yeah,
the
yeah,
only champion at 140, and yeah, but that
yeah,
has
yeah. We never quite got it.
yeah.
But I think after that, after we interviewed him, that's when we ran into those or Tiafimo had the little issues with Top Rank, and
Oh
he
yeah.
was out of the ring for a period, that whole Triller thing and losing to Camboso. So yeah, that kind of
Mm.
threw a wrench into the plans, I guess you can say.
Yeah, was that 135? I think actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was 135. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we were supposed to get a combination of fights at 135, similar to the likes of the Benitez, Sugar Ray
Mm.
Leonard, Tommy Hearns, and then Roberto Duran, and even throwing Marvin Hagler in the mix there. But I'll just say there, we're thinking about in the welterweight range, we're supposed to get that combination there, and we didn't get it because we were talking at one point, we were thinking it was going to be Loma, uh, Devin
Yeah.
Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, a combination of those fights. Then you throw in the mix Shakir Stevenson moving up, add him there.
Mm.
And we're supposed to get a number of crazy combinations as far as these individuals facing off with each other. But yeah, of course, didn't work out.
No.
Um, so the fans lost, I guess you can say, in that regard. But hey, Haney's
Yeah,
still out there making moves.
but that's why it's so good that we got Turkey Al Sheikh now, because without him, there would definitely all those fights wouldn't have happened by now. If that he
Mhm.
made happen, that's for sure. So there, these effing promoters and Top Rank versus Golden Boy and all that. It's
Yeah.
just so much nonsense going on there. Oscar was saying that. What did he say recently that one of his fighters won't be fighting? Oh, he didn't want to make that fight. Hang on, I don't remember which one it was, but anyway, he was like, yeah, a really great fight, but he didn't want to make it. He said,
Oh yeah, maybe Virgil Ortiz versus Boots.
yes, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
of course,
it's crazy. Yeah,
yeah,
speaking of that, I heard Virgil Ortiz. He was speaking on the Pro Box card, throwing out a potential fight with, or is saying he wants to fight Errol Spence, which
oh, right,
I don't know. We want to see him against Boots. Well, I want
yeah,
to see him against
of
Boots. I
course,
don't feel like that's the fight. It's good for, I guess, if you want some Texas publicity. I guess you can say they're both Texas fighters. But that being said,
mm,
uh, Spence hasn't fought in like 3 years, and you got Boots right there, and they were hyping this up. You're not trying to make
yeah,
that happen. Like, come on.
boots, yeah. Yeah, so far nobody has been really able to, like look good against Boots, you might say, and
Yeah,
Virgil Ortiz could be the one to do that.
yeah, hey, maybe that guy Karen. He did pretty well against Boots. Karen
Oh yeah,
Johnson, or
Chukadjian. Yeah, he did go the distance twice. Wow, that's really he deserves a lot of credit.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. He's been the only one. He's got that awkward style that's been able to kind of
mm,
throw
yeah,
Boots' timing off, I guess you can say, in some sense.
yeah, and Armenian fighters are known for their toughness and resilience usually. So
Hmm.
yeah,
No, good stuff there for sure. Shout out to Pino Sokolov YouTubers. Hey, thank you. Hey, appreciate you dropping by there, buddy. Says what's cracking? Paris got robbed. Oh yeah. Hey, the funny. Hey, it may be the case there. Pinoy Sokolum. We were just talking about that. He needed to switch up that range a bit. So, I saw portions of the contest. I didn't see the full thing there, but I know he was in with a long, lankier fighter who was working behind that jab, and he was doing some holding there. But Vince was not leading in with that jab in a way that probably would have benefited him prior to just kind of winging those hooks in there. And I know he did drop him in the first round. So
There was.
and
I'm
I heard
just
that a second
wondering.
knockdown may have been missed or something.
There was a fighter like way back called Henry Paras. Is he kind of maybe related to him?
Oh yeah, you never know. You never
Yeah,
know there, bud. I don't know how right, but
he was
could possibly be.
he was like a light welterweight or something. I think that guy.
Mm,
He fought. Did he fight? I think Victor Ortiz beat him, and yeah,
mm,
maybe even Miguel Cotto. I don't know. One of them anyway. Yeah, it's been like a
well,
long time ago since he fought.
yeah, yeah. Hey, could be some kind of connection there down the road.
Yeah.
Clubber D says Haney's finally at a good weight for him. No doubt about it. Clubber D, IBS is sabotaging buys. LOL. Hey, they might be. They might be. Paul Bright says no disrespect to Ortiz, but I got Boots in that fight, no doubt about it. Yeah, I lean Boots as well. I like Ortiz, damn good fighter, tough. But yeah, Boots, and seeing them match up size wise, you can just see that Boots. Hey, man, he's
Mm,
he's built for 154. So this move is, I don't think,
yeah.
going to be a problem. It hasn't been too bad of an issue for Ortiz as well, because he's gone up and he's done his thing, and he knocked off um the Uzbek fighter who looks like Triple G. Well, I can't think of his name right now, but so yeah,
Uh,
it's good. I think that'll be a good class. So hopefully it happens. Real quick, buys also, we want to mention that Bam Rodriguez put
yeah.
on a clinic against Puma Martinez. So that
Mm,
one's worth noting there, Boz. And hey, he has all of the belts except one at 100 and what is it, 15 or 112 that he's at. I forget which one he's at, but he has all of the belts except one. And man, he just looks the goods. He's the top 5 pound for pound as far as I'm concerned. And the future seems to still be bright there. What did you think of old Bam there in this absolute clinic? Made a world champion look like a sparring partner.
yeah. What can I think? I mean, that was just amazing. I mean, he finally, in the end, got the knockout even, and yeah, what a nice knockout that was, 10th round. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, Martinez is, well, he tried to stay there, and tried to be competitive. For a while he was, but in the end he just was, just worn down and yeah, beaten into submission, you might say, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, he's
yeah,
just this kid is untouchable at the moment. Anyway, yeah,
no doubt about it there. Bam Rodriguez, one to watch, folks. Most certainly. Also, Abdullah Mason, he became a world champion, taking on Sam Noakes in what was a very good fight between
oh,
those two that took place on this card as well. So it's
mm.
certainly worth mentioning.
Oh no, don't freeze again.
I know, yeah, I see. Yeah, it is a bit. All right, good to go.
Yeah,
All right, cool. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can.
Okay, good to go. Yeah, so I was mentioning Abdullah Mason, Sam Noakes. That was a good contest right there. Abdullah
All
became a
right.
world champion in a
Yeah,
damn good fight. I'd like to see those two go at it again, to be honest with you.
pity I missed that. Was that in UK or US?
No, Saudi Arabia. It was on that
Oh,
card with Benavidez and Yard.
all right. Yeah, I just missed that fight. That's right. Yes, too
Okay.
bad.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one. Man, they
Mm,
both brought it. Shout out. I knew it would be a pretty solid matchup, and it lived up to kind of the expectations there. There was some back and forth from both. I had it
right.
115-13, 113 in favor of Mason, but I got to give Noakes props. He did his thing there, and he's not a waster of punches. He's known to be a puncher, and he was catching Abdullah Mason with some good shots and all of that stuff. You could tell Mason was more athletic and the more skilled fighter, but Noakes was great with the skill set that he had. And he was closing that distance at time in on Abdullah Mason and making him work. And Mason, he has that mentality of a guy who wants to go for it as well. So that probably made it a bit tougher for him as well. So, but yeah, it was a good fight between the two. And yeah, props to him. Now, Abdullah Mason is the youngest world champion in boxing at 21 years of age, which previously it was Bam Rodriguez, of course. So Bam's still making those moves. So Abdullah's one to watch.
Yeah, I see he's got a lot of KOs. So yeah.
Oh yeah. He was highly touted as a prospect. Yeah, he has that mentality. He wants it. So it'll be interesting, and we'll continue to watch him going forward, as well as Sam Noakes. Good fight. Noakes, he reminded me, at least on the inside of Ricky Hatton. The late great Ricky Hatton in terms of how he operated there on the inside, keep it rough and tumble, So it was good stuff.
Yeah, it's the British style. Yeah,
yeah. And then I wanted to note also. So those were probably the top net card. Oh yeah, Vito Mielnicki Jr. He had an excellent knockout or stoppage, and he's nice with it. He looked good on that card. But as far as what's coming up there, Bob, we got a good one this coming weekend. It's going to be Lamont Roach Jr. taking on Isaac Pitbull Cruz. It's going down in San Antonio in what should be a very interesting contest. The first, or Lamont Roach Jr. is moving up to 140 pounds. And we know that Pitbull, he's been there for a number of fights now and caused some ruckus. And he has taken out Rolly Ramirez, who was previously there and gone up. And he's had some other pretty solid contests there that he's participated in. But this should be a big test for him, maybe his biggest test thus far in his career, I guess, outside of Tank, because he did fight Tank at, I believe, 135. So we'll see here. So now he's going against Lamont Roach Jr., who's been in there with Tank. They both have that common opponent. And Lamont Roach gave him a fight and potentially won that fight.
Yeah.
So this should be a good one. What are your thoughts there, Lamont Roach Jr., Pitbull Cruz?
Yeah, I mean, based on how they both looked recently, I would probably lean slightly towards Lamont Roach. But Pitbull is a tough, opponent for anybody with his pressure, his style. In that incessant pressure, and he also got power, enough power to kind of trouble anybody with. So, but yeah, Roach really was very impressive against Tank Davis. So I think I would slightly lean towards him, winning on points.
Yeah. I'm saying in that same ballpark. I know he can outbox Cruz, so. If he fights at range, maintains that boxing discipline, which he seems to be able to do, I think that he'll end up winning this contest against Pitbull Cruz, who had some trouble when individuals came in and boxed, kept their range and keep that jab out there. Don't let him get inside, land those powerful hooks and things that he throws right there. So the Reaper, who I'm going with as well, their buys, but they have a couple other good fights on this particular card here as well, which is going to be Stephen Fulton, Cool Boy Steph taking on Oshaki Foster. I think that's a damn good contest right there at super featherweight. Both have a title. I believe both have a title because Oshaki he has his title back because they robbed him against Conceição in that first fight.
Oh yeah.
But that being said, Fulton Foster, that's a very interesting one there. What do you think with that one, boss?
Yeah, very interesting, very very evenly matched fight, I believe. Yeah, I mean, Fulton has, though, maybe you may say, not been his old self after he was destroyed by Inoue, but still, he's a slick fighter, definitely, and Oshaki Foster also very clever fighter, and but I think he's probably harder than Fulton. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would say. Yeah, Fulton is not a puncher, so he's a slickster.
yeah,
And yeah, I don't know really. That's I think
yeah.
Oshaki Foster he's my favorite heavyweight to win the fight. Yeah.
Yeah, not that I'm trying to agree with you on everything there, Bob, but I lean Oshaki Foster in this contest and what should be a damn good one. I think it's 50-50, it's 50-50
Yeah.
fight, good matchup. I I'm glad we're getting a contest. I think this will be a good
Mm.
one. Certainly a good technical matchup from that standpoint. So I want to see how both match up in there. When it was first announced, I was saying to myself, I might lean Oshaki Foster. I think that's what I'm gonna ultimately end up moving towards. I think that yeah, Oshaki might be a little bit longer as well. So
Yes.
hey, both I think they'll bring it out. They'll have their dog in them, and we'll see what ultimately transpires. But I'm gonna lean a bit of Shockey Foster myself, but a damn good fight there. And hey, we're
Oh
getting it on
yeah.
this, so this is a pretty solid card for sure.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
And then also two more. So also on this card, Eris Lundy Lara, his title reign might be
Right.
poised to come to an end because he's taking on Janovic
It
Alam
should.
Kanali,
Yeah.
and at
Uh,
42 years of age for Lara, yeah, this is going to be a tough one, man.
oh yeah. Yeah, Alan Canuli is just a guy who can do both box and punch. He's got that style, very fluid, smooth kind of style. And, he really moves well. And of course the power. Yeah, he's got the power for sure. And Lara has been really amazingly, really done amazingly well for his age, and very impressive until
Yeah.
now. And he will put up a fight definitely, but yeah, I think Alan Cano is just got too much of everything to lose to Lara. I think also the age advantage there, and yeah, even a height advantage, not that big, but still, yeah, it can be a factor sometimes. The reach and all that,
Oh
when we
yeah.
are talking about throwing punches and landing big important punches, and yeah, so yeah, I think Alim Kanui will end, very likely end Lara's reign and his career. If he loses now, that's pretty much it. I think for
Oh
him.
yeah. No, I'm with you there. I think that will be it for him. So yeah, we're both on the same page in that regard. Shout out to John No Jovi. Says Bob's got that Count Dracula energy. Yeah, yeah. Hey, in the darkness right now for
Oh
sure.
yeah, maybe because of the eyebrows and all that.
Yeah,
I got evil eyebrows.
that's funny. And then lastly, there, Boz, also on this card, another good contest. Jesus Ramos taking on Shane Mosley Jr. That's a pretty
Yo,
good contest right there. I like Ramos. I like Mosley Jr. as well. Both of them are solid, stylistically different.
mm,
I think Mosley is a good technical boxer. Of course, he works behind that jab, takes his time, and he's been in there with some pretty solid competition. I felt that Ramos Jr. had that sort of potential and factor to be a major player there in middleweight 154, but also middleweight divisions there. But that being said, this is a pretty interesting matchup there, Bob. What do you
mm.
think? Jesus Ramos taking on Shane Mosley Jr.
I haven't seen enough of either of them to really to form an opinion. But I mean, I know of all of them, but yeah, I think most likely, to just speak out of my, head like this, it will be a good close matchup. So I don't. But other than that, I don't really know. So
Yeah,
as I said, haven't really followed them enough to have a really good opinion about it.
gotcha. Yeah, I think Jesus Ramos has the goods. He has a loss to Lubin on his record, but for all intents and
Right.
purposes,
He's been
many people
around.
felt that he won that contest
Yeah.
actually. And man, he has that. He'll come in with sort of that peekaboo guard at times, and man, he knows how to dig to the body well. I think he's a damn good fighter, and I think that
Mm,
it'll come down to I think the harder puncher may ultimately be Jesus Ramos. And if
mm,
he puts enough pressure on Mosley, I think he can throw him off of his game because Mosley, I think, is going to be more. Uh, he's probably going to want to box and lean towards sort of that skill set a bit more. And I think Ramos, when he feels that Mosley has slowed down a bit or whatever it may be, he's going to go in and start to dig to that body more. And that will either result in a stoppage or just will result in a contest in which Mosley is on the back foot. But
mm.
you never know there because Mosley's pretty solid and has been in with some good fighters himself there. So I think it's an interesting matchup. Certainly a very interesting matchup. When we talk about this again, we're gonna have the result, of course, and we'll see from there. But it is an interesting one. I'm gonna lean Jesus Ramos because I feel like he's got something about him that
Ramos.
he can be one of those top level world champions. So
Yeah.
that's what I would say.
Yeah, I've heard of him. I mean, I know he's been around for a while and all that.
Brother of Abel Ramos.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Abel Ramos. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a connection there. Abel's still out
Mm,
there, but there is a connection. So he's part of a boxing family. So and he's got some good size to him. So I'm gonna lean towards
right.
him. But props to both of them. I like both of these fighters as mentioned. So we'll see
There
how
is
it goes.
also there was also a fighter called Licar Ramos. I think I don't know if he's also a brother or relative, but yeah,
Oh yeah,
he's
yeah. Yeah,
mm,
maybe a connection there with the Ramoses.
yeah.
So cool. Rodolfo says, "Oh wow, next Saturday is stacked with fights." Indeed, there we're gonna check them out, folks. So that's what's coming up. Oh, Beatrice Ferreira, she's gonna be fighting. I think she's one of the best women's fighter in the world. So looking forward to seeing her.
Oh,
She's Brazilian. She's gonna fight.
wow.
Shout out to Tiara Brown, who may
Yeah.
very well be number one pound for pound as far as the women's side of boxing. We'll see. Hey, step in there with her. Let's get it though. But yeah, man, this has been good. We appreciate everyone who has dropped in, showed us love as we go through this boxing shit or chit. I want to say, yeah,
It's not.
you know how you pronounce it. You know,
It's shit, not shit.
shit, shit,
For sure.
shit. So yeah,
Chit
one of those
chat.
things.
Chat.
But no, good stuff there, boys. Hey, appreciate you all. Hey, thank you for joining us. We will be back to talk about these results at some point,
Mm,
maybe even next Sunday. We're gonna shoot for it around the same time here. So be
yeah.
sure to come through, folks, and show us some love. Appreciate all of you that were in the mix here. So thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your weekend,
Yeah.
and we'll be back for sure. Semper Fi.
See ya.